Hello, my name is Dr. Gary Hill, and today in this video I'm going to be talking about some of the ingredients of really effective parenting. First of all, what kids really need at almost any age, whether they're older adolescents or younger kids, is they need in the home setting a sense of structure, a sense of routine, and as much as possible, predictability of their day-to-day environment. So in other words, as parents, as much as in your house, you can set up a consistent routine with consistent rules where kids know pretty much ahead of time what's going to happen and when it's going to happen. What that does is it promotes calmness, it increases self-confidence in a kid, and it decreases anxiety, and those are all good things, obviously, in a kid, because you want your kid to be not anxious, calm, confident. That means they do better in school, they're more compliant, etc. So structure, discipline, to some degree, I'll get to that in a second, a routine orientation, and consistent rules of engagement in the home, like what they're expected to do in the home, things like certain chores they have need to be consistent and predictable. Now, in terms of other, maybe less tangible ingredients of effective parenting, really good parenting from a style point of view as a parent involve the following. For example, parents need to be good at what I call balancing love and nurturance and attention to setting limits and consequences. So really good parenting involves a balance between being able to do both well. So when a kid does something well and they're doing something positive, then they need positive feedback. They need to be told and pointed out concretely why it was good, and they need to be praised and acknowledged. That's a positive thing. That feeds self-esteem in a positive way. At the same time, if a kid breaks a rule, screws up, does something they're not supposed to do, etc., then they need a limit, a rule, or a consequence. So really good parenting and really good parents are equally adept and balanced between giving love and attention and acknowledgement in a positive way when appropriate and when in context, and when they're bad, acting out, etc., when to set a really good limit and a good consequence, and a limit without shaming the kid, but just being clear with them about what they did wrong, what the parent wants them to do differently, and it has to be done without shaming. In other words, the best way to set a limit or punish a kid or set a consequence is not do it in a shaming way. An example would be, you're lazy, you screwed up. Okay, that's a bad comment. That shames a kid. You're lazy. It's a personal attack. Versus, John, I wish you would help more around the house. I'd really appreciate it. Okay? Both those statements are saying the same thing, but one is much more positive and not shaming, and basically tells the kid in a positive way what you as a parent want them to do differently.